Hi there, it's Mag. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to do our next shave video, continuing on in the Shave America series. The next state is Mississippi.
Cymbals crash and let bells ring, 'cause here's one song I'm proud to sing. Go Mississippi, keep rolling along.
So that was the state song of Mississippi, titled Go Mississippi. And the scents that are from Mississippi are Italian bergamot, basil leaf, oak moss, and light patchouli. Now, we're not going to use a specific patchouli cream today, but we're going to have something that has patchouli in it. And that is the Artisan Soap Shop. And the scent is called Barber Shop. And this is a sample pack that we got some time ago. I'll bring that closer. Hopefully you'll be able to see without the light reflection. It was a little blurry, but this is the sampler of the Barber Shop scent. Now for the second shave in a row, we are going to use my new razor that I had picked up. This is the Parker 69 CR, or convertible. Only this time we're going to use the solid base plate, the safety bar base plate. The last video we did the open comb. Well, this one is the closed comb. And inside we're going to use a Ladas Blade. And we are going to whip that up, of course, in our fine bowl. And we are going to use the WCS Beacon Brush. And then to top it off afterwards, we're going to go with some Musk aftershave cologne. And then we're going to find out if I have some dry skin, and maybe we'll put some balm on or something like that. But if you guys look at my channel, and you know I do Lego as another hobby. So this is what's called a brick separator. And I'm going to use this in order to dig out some soap. And I found that this actually works really well when you want to portion some of the smaller samplers. In fact, if you had some of the bigger tubs, you can just, scrape like this and get your shavings. But here is the soap. So we're just going to slice into it just like this. And there we are. It makes for an easy cleanup. So we're going to put it right in the bowl. And we'll just push it down in the center of the bowl here, or spread it out just a little bit. That's a good size almond dollop. Okay. Maybe just a tad bit more. I'm going to scrape out with my finger that much more. All right. So there we are in the bottom of the fine bowl. Let's close this up so we don't knock it all over the place and have it spill out. So I do have some hot water, just got out of the shower. Here's our cappuccino mug. So we're going to put the Beacon brush in the hot water. Just let it soak for a few minutes as we prep. All right, let's wet the face. There we go. Ready to get this shave underway. So what can I share with all of you for Mississippi? Well, there's quite a few things that I came across, and you'll find some of it pretty interesting. So there's a large estate that overlooks the Mississippi Sound. It was given the French name Beau Revoir, and that is in honor of the beautiful view. Now, it was a home that was built in 1852 and became the home of the Confederate States of America's only president. If you didn't know that, during the Civil War, the Confederates actually had an elected president, and that was Jefferson Davis back in 1877. So that estate remained in the family until 1903, and since then, Beau Revoir has housed the Confederate Presidential Library and Museum, along with various artifacts from Mr. Davis, former Civil War veterans, and Civil War artifacts. So if you ever make your way down to Mississippi, you could check out the museum and go check out the Confederate States of America's only president's residence. Here's another tip for you guys if you're into baseball and sports, right? So S.B. Sam Vick was from Oakland, Mississippi, and he was the only man to ever pitch hit for Babe Ruth. He played for both New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. So how's that for some cool stuff, huh? Babe Ruth only ever had one person pinch hit for him through his whole career. I found that pretty cool. All right, let's shake out this Beacon brush. There we go. And we're going to get to lathering. So I've had an excellent week. If you guys had watched my video, apologies because it sat a little bit. I haven't had a chance to get it out. I had to edit it, and there was just a lot going on. So you're going to see me reference or if you haven't watched it yet, I do reference the first week of football and after the fact, you know. So, but I put it up there anyway. There's some good stuff. I wanted to share with you guys my haul video so you could see the convertible razor that I picked up. I love that Parker razor. The Parker brush did well. It was a great shave. And I really like the open comb. I wasn't sure what to expect, and the open comb wasn't that bad. So, good barbershop scent here. I do smell light patchouli. I do smell that. So, got some good peaks whipping up already. I'm just going to add just a touch of water. We'll see if we can get a little bit more lather whipping up here. So sorry about that, but I hope all your guys' picks were well and that your fantasy drafts are off and roaming and you're doing good. I won. I came from behind to win my first week. So it's just a gentleman's kind of league. I used to get into some of the paid leagues and stuff like that, but everything going on, I just don't have the time to dedicate. So if I miss changing my lineup for a week or something like that, there's nothing riding on it, you know. So all right, there we go. Check out that. Nice. All right, let's take a little bit off and we'll apply it to the face. Very nice. Whoops. Very good. So the daughter and the wife are out right now, so I have a little time to myself. Figured I'd get a quick shave in. It's a nice synthetic brush. Really spreads the shave cream well. It's a very nice scent, barbershop, very clean scent. Okay, put this down. Got it in my nose. Grab the towel and wipe up the hands before the razor slips all over the place. That knurling on that razor though is awesome. I tell you, I love it. Okay, so anyway, Dr. Emmett Izzard is from Hazelhurst, and he developed the first fibers of rayon, which became known as the first real synthetic material. So those of you guys shaving with a synthetic brush, you could thank Emmett Izzard. The state of Mississippi is actually named after the river, the Mississippi River. It's the largest river in the United States. It's the nation's chief waterway, and it comes from the native word of Mississippi, which is coined by the Ojibwa tribe, and it just means big river. So there's many references to the Mississippi River. Some of you may be familiar with Mark Twain, had a literary love affair with the Mississippi River, wrote about it often. One of his most famous works was centered around the river and places along its path in the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. So there's a lot of reference in historical books, etc. All right, so here we go with the Parker 69 CR closed comb Ladas Blade. Let's see how we do. Ooh, you hear that? Wow. There's some feedback for you right away. Now this is the, I think, third shave using that blade. And man, does this get close. This gets close for sure. don't know about you guys, but I've been seeing a lot of presidential stuff on my TV lately. You know, debates and, you know, different activities for the candidates. You know, plus the president himself has been on a few things. So it almost seems like they're pushing it earlier and earlier. A lot of Democratic stuff too, not so much Republican. I think they're just trying to get out in front of this as soon as possible. Maybe start to win some people over sooner. Because, man, they really don't like Trump. If you voted for him or not, that's fine. Whatever you want to do. Hey, I try to stay out of politics. I'm not going to share with you my political views. That's for another channel. I'm all for the right candidate. I have my own personal preferences. So, whether my preferred individual wins or loses, I just want to make sure that the right decisions are being made. Because I'm not ready to leave this wonderful planet yet, or leave the United States, so I want to make sure that I can live on and enjoy the rest of my years. But I do feel sorry for the younger generation coming up. They're going to have to deal with all this stuff in some capacity, and not very little that we can do, I guess. And that was a great shave. Oh, that was a close shave. The Ladas Blade did real well. Wow, that was a close shave. I think a second pass, and we are a BBS. Holy cow. All right, let me do a quick rinse, and I'll be right back. Okay. Pat that dry. Let's get on with some Mississippi facts, huh? Shall we? So in the U.S., we have a holiday referred to as Memorial Day. So Columbus's Friendship Cemetery earned its name from the 1866 ceremony where a group of women would adorn the graves of both Union and Confederate soldiers with beautiful bouquets of flowers and floral garlands. So that act of kindness and recognition for those who had given their lives in battle inspired what is now known as Memorial Day. Here is a picture of Friendship Cemetery. Another tidbit of information. Jackson, which is the capital of Mississippi, was named after General Andrew Jackson in honor of his victory at the Battle of New Orleans in January of 1815. And then, of course, who has never heard of Barks root beer? Well, Barks was invented in Biloxi, Mississippi in 1898 by Edward Adolph Bark, Sr. Originally, the drink was called root tea in the 1860s. So Barks Root Beer Company was purchased in 1995 by Coca-Cola and is now based in Atlanta. But Barks originated in Mississippi, which is pretty cool. And I like root beer. Okay. We have plenty of lather, so let's take it to the face. Oh yeah, nice and smooth, good scent. That wasn't too bad. That base plate, it's not, I wouldn't say it's more aggressive than the Edwin Jagger. It's certainly not as aggressive as my Vanderhagen, that's for sure. Oh, this goes on nice and smooth. It's probably one of the most favorite parts of shaving is getting to enjoy the scent as it goes on. You can see behind me in the window. I think we started when the sun was out. It's now dark. It gets dark so early nowadays. Man, let me tell you. All right, I'm going to enjoy this scent a little bit. And I'm just going to give you a few more tips from Mississippi. Blues music was born in the Mississippi Delta, the northwest section of the state between Mississippi and the Yazoo River. So iconic blues musicians who hail from the state include B.B. King, Howlin' Wolf, John Lee Hooker, Mississippi John Hurt, Leadbelly, and Little Freddie King. Now, if you've ever gone to Mississippi or you're from Mississippi, you'll recognize that there are tons of churches everywhere. So the church per capita is more in Mississippi than any other state in the country. And they're not just buildings taking up space. In 2009, they took a poll and found that people in the state actually go to church more frequently than residents of any other state. They're very religious there. And also, we have a reference to Elvis Presley. So have a look at this. Some folks may not know that he was born in Tupelo, Mississippi, in a 2-room house that was built by his dad. The home has been preserved. It's open for fans to see it, and it's arranged as it was during Elvis's childhood, complete with period furnishings and everything. So Elvis's interest in music was sparked by listening to gospel music in church, and the chapel that his family attended has been relocated to the same property so fans could visit and experience that as well. So I thought that was pretty cool. All right. So there's some more Mississippi facts for you. Oh, this scent to the barbershop is not, so overwhelming that it stifles the nose or anything like that. But, wow, you guys, I don't know if you can hear that, but there is hardly any feedback. There's some right there. I'm telling you. After the first pass, this razor did really well. There was hardly anything there. Turn it around, use the other side. We'll come across the other way. Yeah. I am not going to need a third pass. No, sirree. I mean, you could hear it. You hear the feedback. It is really getting what it needs to get. Clean the side of the blade. Oop. There we go. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's really good. Got it in my nose. Okay, let's do a cold rinse. Gonna get the towel over here. That was a very nice shave. The hair falling in my face. Any soap in the ears? No? Okay, good. All right, that was really well. Okay, last couple items here. On a hunting expedition In 1902, President Roosevelt refused to shoot a captured bear, and that act resulted in the creation of the teddy bear. So that's where it got its nickname from. Wow, this has really gotten a little dark there. There we go. Let's see if we can do that. There was a 48-year-old marathon swimmer that swam the length of the Mississippi River. The whole 2,414-mile swim took approximately 68 days. So he was one tired person, I'm sure. And then there's also the this one was kind of funny when I found it, right? So the 13th Amendment actually abolished slavery in 1865. It was not ratified by Mississippi until 2013. In 1995, lawmakers had finally voted to ratify the amendment, but the paperwork was never sent to the U.S. archivist to be made official until 2013. So I hope that there wasn't any activity going on down there in the early 2000s, but that's somebody forgot something there. Okay, so we have a great BBS shave, and I'm just going to crack this bad boy. Oh, we got a regulator on the top of it. Some Aqua Velva Musk. Let's get a little bit of the oh yeah, there's a burn. Oh yeah, there's alcohol in her. Woohoo! Smells great, feels great, and thank you for joining me for another state, Mississippi. And I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video and join me on another evening. So make sure you cruise our site, give us a thumbs up for anything that you like, and we do appreciate your comments. We love to read them, and I love to respond to them. So hopefully I'll be able to get to yours real soon, and thanks again for joining us, and we'll talk to you in the next video. Have a great night.
Go Mississippi, we're singing your song.